Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with me and coming back and watching this video. Today I want to share with you a little update about my the books that I told you in a previous video that I was going to be reading for this first part of 2018. So I have finished one book, and it's the book by Sandra Brown called Mean Streak. I finished this about 2 weeks ago, but I haven't been able to give an update because I've been trying to think of what I want to do or what I want to say, because I have never really reviewed a book other than like in school where you give a report about it. So I didn't really know where to start and what to say. So I kind of just was like, you know what, let's just go with it. I'm just going to say whatever, not whatever comes to mind, but I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself to make this, big, appropriate review, because that's not even what my whole channel is about. I just want to share with you guys what I read. Anyways, enough rambling. I'm going to get into this. The book again is called Mean Streak, and it's by the author Sandra Brown. And I did find a little synopsis, like a little review, because one thing that I was worried about was giving too much information about the book and ruining the plot. So I found somebody that wrote a little I guess summary of it on Goodreads, and I'm trying to see if I find this person's. It just says her username is Jill. And what she wrote is: Dr. Emery Charbonneau, preparing for an upcoming marathon, disappears while on a 20-mile run in the high mountain altitude of North Carolina. Suffering from a concussion, she wakes in a hut with a man who claims he found her unconscious in the snow and who refuses to give her his name. With no phone, no way of communicating with the outside world, and with thick fog and heavy falling snow, it is impossible to leave. So this is a very just general summary of the book. The book is about, there's so much more that happens in the book, and it's very close. I don't know if this is the actual description of the book that you would find like on Amazon or whatever, but there's so much more to this book. When I read this, I thought I didn't know it was going to be so much. The book is a romantic thriller. That's what that's the genre. And I have read one book by Sandra Brown. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at I have notes here. I have read one book in the past by Sandra Brown. I don't remember what the title of it was, but I've never really read a romantic thriller before, other than I guess that book that I read by Sandra Brown. Maybe I have, but I can't remember right now. I've read a lot of books. But I have read a lot of books in the romance genre, and one thing that I liked about this book that annoys me about other romance novels or books is that most of the time the main female character is such a needy woman. Like, she's like just so woe is me, I need a man to rescue me, or I have a million problems, and I guess that's the allure of most of the stories. But in this one, Dr. Emery Charbonneau is like such a strong woman. She's not whiny. She's not like, oh, I love you. It's not like that. She's just, I like her. I like her character. I like her personality in this book. That's one thing that I really liked. The another thing that I liked, or I guess my top two favorite things about this book, is that it's not your typical predictive romantic story where a guy, a girl, they meet, they start whatever their relationship, they fall in love, something happens and they have to break up, and then in the end something else happens and they end up back together. Like most romance stories, that's the pattern that it follows. This is not like that. There are so many, and that's the second thing that I like, there are so many twists and turns and plot twists in the story right up until the end of the book, that you are like, once you think you have it figured out, and then boom, they get you, and it's like, what? I didn't see that coming. And it's like, whoa. I'm not saying that it's the best book in the world either, because I don't want somebody to read it and be like, this sucked. But I guess that's what the difference of opinions are for. But to me, I really liked it. I really liked the fact that it kept me on my toes. It kept me on the edge of my seat while I was listening to it. I didn't read the book. I heard it. I listened to the audio version of it, and I did. I think I would have. That. What am I trying to say? I think that having listened to it was the best thing. I don't think I may have gotten so much into it if I read it, because of the fact that I'm not gonna lie, there are so many plot twists and turns that at times I was lost. I was like, wait, what just happened? Who's this person? Like, who is this guy now? Who's this? Who's that? Whatever. So I would have to like go back and listen to it. So with me, if I feel myself too confused or something while I'm actually reading, I'm like, I give up. That's it. I'm done. But because I was listening to it, and most of the time, I was in my car or at work, whatever, I was able to just rewind it and like, who's this? Okay, okay, now I see what this is about. But I'm telling you, you have to be quick with it. You have to be able to keep up with the book because there's so many, twists and turns in it. Um, what I did not like about it is, and this is like a personal thing and it's not specific to this book, this is just all across books. Like I said, I listen to it. I don't like audiobooks that are read by men. And I have this thing with books that are where the narrator is like the voice of a man. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to overcome that and trying to broaden my reading, my mind, so I can get over that. But I think that was one of the things that I did not like. Let's see, what else did I yeah, that's really it. And I think that there were some characters that we could have done without in the book, like one or two that just like lesser characters that they could have been introduced, but it was like, I guess it's there to make the story, but I could have done without them, or just like little parts of the book that I could have just done without, whatever. But I don't want to go too much into detail because again, I hate when people ruin books for me, and I don't know what would ruin a book for somebody, so I'd rather just not say too much. Other than that, I really love the story. I am on the hunt for another story. I don't know if by this author or along the same lines that I would love to read again. I don't know what I'm going to be reading next. I have a few books on hold at the library, audiobooks that I want to listen that are from the original list that I gave you guys a couple weeks ago. I'm waiting for them. They're like the library has like limited copies, and like one of the books, I think I'm like on number 127 in line for 6 copies, and there's 6 copies of the audiobook. So it's like, I'm trying to find something to read, not necessarily from the list in the meantime, or maybe I'll just go bite the bullet and just buy the book or the audio book or whatever. So that's my little recap of the first book that I finished on my list. I'm looking to read more. I will be back hopefully, maybe probably like in a month or two, to give you guys, and hopefully I'll be done with the books by then, or at least have read a few. If I don't get those copies of those books that I have on my first part of the year, then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put them off and start another, move on to the next 4 or 5 books that I want to read. So I will be back with another video of the next group of books that I want to read for the next part of the year. Hopefully, again, like I said, in a month or two, somewhere like maybe March, April, I'll be back with that. And in the meantime, if you guys have any book recommendations, please leave them down below. If you've read this book and you wanna, you disagree or you agree, or you're like, yeah, for real, just let me know also in the comments. Anything else you would like to tell me or say, just say hi. I really would like to start talking to some of you guys that watch this. Other than that, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.